Gentlemen, here they come. Feature event number 1. And here is Matt Buckler with our Street Stock main event of competition.
Propane Plus will be the sponsor of our driver on the pole in car number 2 from Auburn, Massachusetts. Here is Megan Fuller.
Driving the RAR chassis rent-a-race cars machine out of Reading, Massachusetts, Richard Sorello with car number 33.
Car number 68 will be next in line, a driver from Ludlow, Mass. in the DemGen electrical contractor's car. Here is Greg DeMone.
All-season small engine repair brings us car 74. Watch this guy, car number 74, for Brandon Michael out of Granville, Mass.
This driver also bears watching in car number 11 in the Haidar construction car. The man is Travis Haidar.
From Somers, Connecticut, Tommy Tattoo Supplies, car number 21, Jason Lafayette.
Then it will be the veteran competitor in car number 23, Right Image Signs, the sponsor for the Invincible One, Vince Gambacorta.
Confidence is up. She looked racy. The Chambrello Motorsports 16 of Nicole Chambrello from Kensington, Connecticut.
Then it will be car number 39 from Danbury, Lasco Roofing and Sheet Metal, the sponsor for George Bissett Jr.
Riggs Disaster Ditster, car number 29 from Stratton, Vermont. It is Tess Beyer.
Car number 99 will be next in line in the Harvest Moon Health Foods car. He's from Woodstock Valley, Connecticut, Chuck Harrison.
Chris Bagnell, Advanced Auto Repair car from Norfolk, Connecticut, car number 77.
A Plainville driver will be in car 00. He is in the AM Fitness machine, William Desjardins.
Then it's the County Connection Renovations number 1 from Ashford, Connecticut for Danny Susi.
This driver had trouble in qualifying today. Car number 44, he's at the rear of the field in the Napa-sponsored machine. The man behind the wheel is Rob Sears.
Now remember, these guys are getting ready for the Casa Grande Builders Street Stock 25 that is coming up on Friday, May 11th.
$300 for the winner next week. And it's a great start for Megan Fuller as she has a giddy-up in the first corner, getting the advantage over Richard Ceriello in car number 33.
Ceriello looks strong to the inside, but here is Brandon Michaels. And we were surprised by Greg DeMoine with that number 68 car in qualifying, Matt. The top 10 cars come off the turn like a gaggle of geese. They're so close, and it is still Megan leading the pace with car number 2. The deuce is wild at the point, but Sorello's giving him a run for the money.
And Ceriello has never led a lap in a feature before, so he is trying to get it done, but it's not easy against Megan Fuller.
Oh.
And around goes DeMoine. Car number 68. DeMoine goes around. Everybody able to avoid him so far. Bissett Jr., a little detour in Mother Nature Boulevard, and that could have been a lot worse. So it's Megan Fuller against Ceriello on this restart, and the action is about to flow, and another great beginning for Megan Fuller.
She did a nice job. Car number 44 is off the pace for Bob Sears. He gathers it back at the remainder of the field. But meanwhile, Megan Fuller showing she is a true Fuller as she is out in front and setting a nice pace at the point. Meanwhile, keep your eyes on that blue car.
Car goes around, and a good move by the 77 of Bagnall as he was able to stay out of trouble.
Jason Lafayette out of Somers, Connecticut. That blue number 21 car. He's ruffling some feathers down the back straightaway, and all of a sudden there comes Nicole, and that 21 we was just talking about at Jason, he just ended up sliding down through the center of the infield. 2 other cars are involved. Looks like the 29 of Tess Beyer and the number 1 machine of Dan Susi, but we're still under green, and that works to the advantage of Megan Fuller. Look at the commanding lead she's got, Matt.
And it's Nicole Chambrello, car number 16, trying to get by Ceriello. And Ceriello doing a good job to hang on to second. But the feel-good story at the race is happening in a lead where Megan Fuller has the advantage. Third generation.
It is also a battle of 2 strong talents running for that second and third spot. And it is Nicole Chambrello to move into the runner-up spot. Here comes Brandon Michael as Sorello drifts back further in the field, and we haven't even begun to talk about the Mad Dog. He's coming to the front as well.
Yeah, he's starting to make a racket in that white and orange number 39 car, the Lasco roofing machine. Right in front of him, the Right Image Signs car of Vince Gambacorta, and he is starting to punish the back bumper of the Brandon Michael car. So for the second straight feature, Michael is deep in the pack, even though he's running into third place. And the person in the spotlight, Megan Fuller, she has led every lap in this race.
Certainly has, and she is not showing anything for the wear. She is hitting her marks every time. This is exactly what Dad taught her, and she is showing it well. Meanwhile, look a little further back, and they're side-by-side racing with Bissett and Gambacorta. No one giving an inch there, and now Bissett has moved into the fourth spot. So 7 of 20. Now remember, this year, these cars get a little bit of extra oomph because they have extra laps, Matt.
And all the drivers were in favor of that innovation this year. 20 lap features. Next week, it will be 25 laps.
For extra money.
Ciriello, who had a second place, has dropped back, and he has to worry about the presence of Chris Bagnall. But now the lead is starting to shrivel as the leading ladies at the front of the field, Megan Fuller, and moving in quickly is Nicole Chambrello.
You know, quickly is one of many adjectives that we can describe. There is something else missing in the field. Matt, you know what it is?
The defending champ.
Johnny Walker said that he was not going to run all the time, had the new house, the new garage and everything, and he is not here tonight.
And he was helping Nicole Chambrello halfway through the race. And the lead is starting to diminish. It is about by the length of a garden hose between Megan Fuller and Nicole Chambrello. I don't know, in the history of the street stock division, before that the dare stock division, if two female drivers ever battled each other for the lead.
Gambacorta dropping off the racetrack. Gambacorta is and pulls down on pit road. That's a heartbreaker there. And I agree with you, Matt. I don't remember ever a battle like this between two talented female drivers that's going on right now. And Brandon Michael and Bissett, they are getting just as quick. But the quickest car on the racetrack is Nicole Chambrello with that number 16 car. She started in the 8th position. And remember, Megan Fuller started at the point.
And this is starting to develop into a match race between Megan Fuller and Nicole Chambrello. A week ago at the pit party, there was a long line of people in front of Nicole asking for her autograph. And she has pulled to within a cookie crumb of leader Megan Fuller.
Megan Fuller doing a nice job of guarding her spot. Meanwhile, Chambrello is all over her back bumper, but look a little further back. Brandon Michael and the Mad Dog Bissett are doing the same. Off the turn, here comes Nicole. Looks to the inside, thinks twice of it, runs in the tire tracks of Megan down into turn number 1. Megan continues to hit her marks. Meanwhile, same thing is going on between Brandon Michaels and Bissett, Matt, for the 3rd and 4th spot.
And George Bissett has veered to the outside, looking to make something happen against Michael, trying to take him to the outside, down to the final 5 laps. And trailing by the length of a magic wand is Nicole Chambrello, who will have more magic in the final 5 laps. Megan Fuller, Nicole Chambrello, or somebody else?
Well, the Mad Dog Bissett moves into the 3rd spot, forcing Brandon Michaels back to the 4th spot. All of a sudden, there's less than 5. We're down to 4 laps remaining in this event. Megan Fuller has led the majority of those laps. Chambrello glued to her back bumper. Clock is ticking. Remember, there's no overtime in this. It goes to the wire, and in this case, it's not over with by any stretch of the imagination.
And Nicole Chambrello is all over Megan Fuller, like mascara on Lady Gaga. Now a little bit of relief for Megan Fuller. So she is slightly pulling away from the 16. George Bissett is pulling away from Brandon Michael, trying to be in the podium for the second straight time. So it is Megan Fuller. The popsicle sticks are out. These are the two biggest laps in the career of Megan Fuller.
The popsicle sticks are out. 1 mile left in the competition. Her dad, Ricky Fuller, I'm sure, is literally chomping at the bit. Megan Fuller has led every circuit. Chambrello has moved in. They head into turn number 3. Here comes the Mad Dog. It's not over with yet. The white flag is out. The pressure, the heat is on. Will Megan Fuller secure her first victory ever here at Stafford?
3 cars in a scoot for the loot. Megan Fuller leading by a gangplank over Chambrello. Bissett trying to move in. Megan Fuller, 1 turn away from her biggest moment in auto racing.
She's a rookie. You wouldn't know it now because she's a winner here at Stafford. Megan Fuller has done it to take down the win. Great run for Nicole Chambrello to finish in second. Rounding out the top 3 is the Mad Dog Bissett. Finishing 4th is Brandon Michael. And unofficially finishing in the 5th spot is Travis Hydar, followed by the number 33. She led all 20 circuits. Earlier in the paddock area tonight, her dad, Rick Fuller, said, I don't tell her what to do, I just let her learn at her own pace. I said she's a Fuller, and that means she's going to be a winner. And she's not quite sure of how to get to victory lane as yet.
Boy, she needed a GPS system in her car to find out how to get to victory lane. But I think she has figured it out as Megan Fuller will be first. And what a run by Nicole Chambrello.
Fantastic.
She was on the verge of taking over the lead, and then Megan Fuller just had that little bit of giddy up when she needed it. So some napalm in that number 2 car came in handy. So let's go to Napa Victory Lane, and your master of ceremonies, Kyle Rickey Jr.
And Dad Rick in here to give a big hug. Nicole Chambrello was in here. Also Mad Dog Jr. Let's talk to Meg. You won the heat race earlier tonight and led all, boy, now we're getting soaked by Nicole. Congratulations. Quite a big turnaround from a week ago. A lot of repairs had to be made to this car during the week, and it certainly all paid off. Your first win here tonight.
Yeah. So.
Congratulations. Who do you have to thank? There's a lot of folks down here to thank you.
My Uncle Jimmy worked very hard on the car, my dad, everyone who supports me, all my sponsors.
What were you thinking when you saw that checkered flag a few minutes ago?
I don't even know. Everything was just going through my mind. I was so excited.
Needed a rear clip and a rear axle after trouble last week, and it all paid off for you, Meg Fuller. Congratulations on win number 1 here tonight.
Thank you.
Meg Fuller, your street stock winner here this evening. The celebration will continue, I'm sure, well into the night. Let's talk to Nicole Chambrello. Well, it's kind of a ladies' first night here tonight, finishing 1-2. Came up just a bit short. What more did you need to chase her down?
Honestly, a right front tire that wasn't from fall final, because we had a tire go flat about 5 minutes before coming out of here. And I think if we had the right tire, we could have pulled it off. But I'm so happy for her, you know. It's good to see.
A lot of folks helping you get to the racetrack here again this week. Who do you have to thank?
Yeah, definitely my dad. He does everything. Eddie from Raceworks, Teddy Anderson from Superior Refinishing, everyone with the Membrino family, Flynn Marr, Chris Fluckiger, and all the silent people who didn't want to be named.
Here we go. Comes prepared, too. A list in hand. Nicole Chambrello comes up away with a runner-up finish after a 4th-place effort a week ago. So a good start to the season for her and a good start to the season for Mad Dog Jr. Talk about your run tonight. It took you a while to get by the 74 car. Had to do it the hard way in the outside, but once you cleared them, it looked like a few more laps. You would have been right there.
Yeah, we had a great car. Struggled a little bit in practice and a little bit in the heat race. We're a little tight, but we made some changes, and I was kind of doubting myself, but not really. We had a good car starting 9th. Got caught up a little bit in that 68 wreck and a little bit in that 29. She got a little loose on the outside. That's all right. It's kind of bent, but what are you going to do? I just can't thank all my guys enough. Lasker Roofing and Sheet Metal, Leesford Plumbing and Heating, Bagel Man, LaJoy's Auto Wrecking, Associated Lightning Rods, Barlett Roofing, F&M Electric, Goodhill Mechanical, Fine Line Building. I just can't thank them guys enough.
2 top 3 finishes to start the year. Congratulations. We'll see you back here next Friday.
All right, we'll see you guys then.
All right, George Bissett Jr. with the third place effort here tonight, but all eyes, obviously, guys, on Napa Victory Lane.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. That's a common misconception. Battles are won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. In that place where promises are kept. Promises to oneself. Promises to one's community. Promises to one's country. In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise. A promise forever kept. A promise of battles won.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
A field of 24 cars assembled for 40 circuits of competition. And scheduled to start at the point will be the number 78 machine, the Jean-Guy Poulin Drywell car from Waterbury, Connecticut, for Joey Cipriano III.
Here is the Naproco car number 82, the driver from Wilkett, Mike Christopher Jr.
Driving the Wicked Motorsports machine, Stafford's newest business. And along with that, S&S Paving Hocon, number 36 from Roxbury, Connecticut. It is Chase Dowling.
The Red Baron will be next in car number 99, a driver of the Napa Van Wickle Auto Supply car. Here is Rowan Pennick.
Tick-free organic tick control brings us the 25 from North Haven, Connecticut for Tyler Hines.
Then it will be the 33 car. It is the Jarvis Brothers roofing entry for Michael Jarvis Jr.
AAA Consulting brings us the number 3 from Meriden, Connecticut for Matt Gauco.
From Ellington in the Flamingo Motorsports car, Ronnie Williams.
Car number 88, the champion, driving the number 88 machine, the Wheelers Automotive car. Sitting behind the wheel of that, Kid Rock, Keith Rocco.
SPM Motorsports brings us car number 2, driven by Troy Tallman.
Car number 44 is up next for Tony Membrino Jr. in the Membrino Motorsports car from Berlin, Connecticut.
The Bulldog will be in car number 66, the Cost Central Auto car for Eric Burnt.
Hocon Industrial Gas brings us the 31 from Newtown, Connecticut, Stephen Kopsick.
Then it will be car number 51 in the Burnham Motorsports car, DJ Burnham.
Car number 6, Corey DiMatteo, driving the Island Cove Yacht Sales Machine.
Josh Wood in car number 24.
Car number 11, Matt Vassar from Plainsville, Connecticut, in the 11 car.
Then it will be Big Haas USA for David Arute, car number 75.
Bowles Dodge, number 76 from Ellington, Connecticut, for Tommy Bowles.
The Bullet, Creative Coatings in car number 92, Daniel Wesson.
Then it's a Cooker Construction, number 81 from Summers, Connecticut. Chassis Pro car, it is Todd Owen.
Rookie driver in the Zudi software car, Doug Bezervi Jr.
V1 Vodka brings us the 52 car for John Catania. He's starting back in 23rd.
And the man will have to come from the rear of the field in car number 17. He's driving the Quick Stop Mobile Service car, Glenn Ream.
So the field is set. The fastest division of the night, Jack Arute's Dream. The SK Modifieds, lights are out on the safety vehicle, 24 cars strong, and they are set to do battle. We witnessed in the first event of the 2018 season on, of course, Sizzler Weekend. It was a tough day for the SK Modifieds.
Yeah, but we do have 24 cars ready for action. Up at the point, Joey Cipriano looking for his first ever SK Modified victory as they roar out of the fourth corner. Here is Cipriano trying to beat everybody into the second corner.
Michael Christopher run high, wide, and handsome. Here comes Chase Dowling on the bottom. Dowling works his magic down low. Christopher's got a little more giddy up for second, but it's Cipriano to lead him back to the line. Meanwhile, outside lane starts to slow. They're almost 3 wide as they cross the stripe.
Tyler Hines looked good in qualifying tonight. He is battling Rowan Pennick for the number 4 spot. Matty Ice right behind him, almost trying to make it 3 wide, Matt Galco.
Meanwhile, down into turn number 3, back up to second. Here comes the Wicked Motorsports machine. Dowling is in the runner-up spot. All of a sudden, car 25, Tyler Hines, who was quick in qualifying. Hines now moves into the top 4. Here comes Matty Galco for 5. We haven't seen Keith Rocco yet, and he's coming to the front of the class.
As right now, he is tied to the coattails of Matt Galco. So the 88, as he is running right with Jarvis in the 33 at the front of the field. It is Cipriano, but keeping him honest is Chase Dowling.
Chase Dowling runs in his tire tracks as they come off the turn. Here comes Mike Christopher. Little tap to the bumper, lets him know he's there. Remember, Christopher's car is carrying the camera. On Tuesday, you go to the Stafford website and you're going to see it up close and personal. Michael Christopher all over Chase Dowling in a bid for second. Now Christopher sneaks to the bottom of the racetrack. Going, gone. It is Mike Christopher, but Chase Dowling is a scrapper. He tries to fight back. Meanwhile, all of a sudden, here comes Tyler Hines making his presence known.
Tyler's never been on the podium in an SK feature, and he is able to rabble-rouse his way underneath Dowling. One thing about Mike Christopher's car that we've seen in the first 46 laps of the season, it runs a lot better on the inside than it does on the outside, and he is going to try to use that advantage against Cipriano. Galco has a full head of steam. He infiltrates the top 4.
As Galco marches forward, the tail that wags the dog there suddenly becomes Kid Rock, Keith Rocco. While all that's been happening, meanwhile, Rowan Pennick, Ronnie Williams, and Stephen Kopsick are all coming forward as they continue to work their magic there. Out in front, still the leader of the pack, Joey Cipriano, returning to the competition in the Jean-Guy Poulin Drywell machine. Meanwhile, here comes Rowan Pennick. Pennick works some magic. He's up into the top 6 now. Things start to settle in among the top 10. We haven't seen Todd Owen yet. He's coming from the back of the pack, and he's threading the needle rather nicely.
Steve Kopchik having a pretty good run. He is 9th, 1 spot ahead of rookie driver Corey DiMatteo. The plot thickens at the front. Mike Christopher looking to make a move against Joey Cipriano. just can't get close enough as Cipriano leading by the length of a stogie as they go to the turn one. Here comes Christopher.
Christopher right there in the bottom. They come together. Kopsick gathers it back rather impressively. Still not over with yet. Here he comes again. And Mike Christopher becomes the brand new leader. Leader number 2. Meanwhile, while all of that has been happening, another great battle is going on between Galco. He's right there. Rowan Pennick is right there. And Ronnie Williams.
Ronnie Williams won that battle against Galco as he is going after that spot. Now this lap is the Ted Christopher lap. The leader of this lap will get a $150 bonus from Kevin Harvick Enterprises. Could it be Mike Christopher Jr.? Rocco moves into third.
Rocco made it look so easy. He stepped on the gas, the car took off like it was rocket powered. Meanwhile, while all that has been happening, all of a sudden, the number 50 car is starting to go for Ronnie Williams. Williams continuing to thread the needle and get to the front of the field.
John Catania on pit road. So Mike Christopher Jr. gets the $150 bonus, and now he is looking for a lot more, leading by the length of an ironing board over Joey Cipriano. And Keith Rocco has passed the most cars, and he might be the fastest bullet in the chamber right now.
Looking at timing and scoring, Keith Rocco's number does come up there. Rocco now reels in on the second place car. Joey Cipriano thought he had a cakewalk for some time, but all of a sudden that's all changed. Now look to the bottom of the top 10 because Eric Berndt, the Bulldog, is pressuring Kopsick. Now Kopsick slips up the racetrack a bit, and there is Eric Berndt, Matt, and Todd Owen is just in front of him.
Yeah, the 31 had a seizure going into the second corner and gave room for Berndt, and the Bulldog, as he is known to do, was able to take advantage of that. There is pretty fierce racing for fourth place as Tyler Hines has it. Here comes Ronnie Williams. A couple of hockey players going at it. And the man who was able to whirlwind his way into fourth is Ronnie Williams. I think that number 50 car still has a lot left.
And while that happening, all of a sudden, Rowan Pennick made a bonsai move to try to pick up the spot. We've got a spinner on the front straightaway.
Daniel Wesson. And the yellow comes out.
Wesson with his backup automobile. He didn't want to crunch that one.
Well, everybody is able to get away, but things got a little dangerous for that number 92. He is finding a car.
Now we are just shy of the halfway marker. Let's see what's going to happen. And mention again, Matt, that Michael Christopher's already put some ka-ching in his pocketbook.
Yeah, $150, but look who gets the edge. Keith Rocco. And Rocco is able to whirling dervish his way into the lead. Christopher is fighting back.
What a battle among the top 15 cars. Meanwhile, stepping out of line.
Shiver to the back bumper of Christopher's car.
There's no question about it. Coming back to the stripe, Ronnie Williams came to play hardball, and he brought his A game. Williams in the Scavoro race car looks very racy at the point. All over Ted Christopher. Another good battle going on between Galco, and just in front of him, it looks like the number 25 car of Tyler Hines.
And Hines is able to boogie his way into fifth. Galco sees Dowling come underneath him. So Chase Dowling is back into the upper tier of the field as he tries to blowtorch his way underneath Galco.
And right there with him comes Todd Owen.
Boy, you cannot keep Todd Owen down.
Remember, Owen had a terrible run in qualifying, but then
Rocco going for the lead.
Oh, traditional Keith Rocco, bonsai move, going, gone. As they come back to the stripe, oh, by a bumper. It is Keith Rocco, the leader of the pack.
Boy, Mike Christopher did not give up that spot very graciously. He is going back. And that time, Rocco closed the door. A strong third, Ronnie Williams. In fourth is Joey Cipriano. So he continues to hang out with the leaders and Tyler Hines rounding out our top 5.
There's no question about it. 6th is Chase Dowling. Todd Owen is 7th. Glenn Reen from last is up to 8th. Rowan Pennick is 9th.
He almost had room, Ben, and just made contact with the back bumper. So a little Woody Woodpecker action administered by Mike Christopher.
24 of 40. And again, now Todd Owen makes a move. Oh, we've got a spin. Down to the bottom of the racetrack, Glenn Reen. Car number 17 goes around.
And Glenn Reen is in Reen Acres.
Caution flag is out.
Second caution, 15 to go.
Let's see what's going to happen as they're ready to rumble off turn number 4. Green flag is out. Nose to tail. Stacked up nicely. Leader of the pack is Keith Rocco. Battle is for second.
Boy, Mike Christopher showing some
Look
firepower.
at Todd Owen. Todd Owen, like Superman, has moved into the top 5. Owen is on his way to the front of the class.
Ronnie Williams has cleared Mike Christopher. He is in second, ready to take on Rocco. Rowan Pennick, strong move coming up against Tyler Hines, and he decides to wait. Joey Cipriano behind him.
They come off the turn. Meanwhile, fastest lap of the race is still Keith Rocco, but it's a long way from over with yet.
What an incredible run by Todd Owen. Here he comes underneath Hines, trying to move into 4th, and he is able to butane his way into the top 4. We had counted him out earlier, but Todd Owen has moved into 4th place.
Todd Owen isn't done yet. Caution flag. And the 92 spins for the second time in turn number 4, and that's going to tighten it all back up, 27 of 40.
13 laps to go, and the drum major of the parade is Kid Rock.
Here we go. Green flag is back out. Picture perfect start, and Ronnie Williams is giving him a run for the money on the outside. Williams up on the wheel. Rocco guards the spot. Michael Christopher is there. There's Todd Owen. And all of a sudden, Rowan Pennick is back to life.
And Cipriano gets underneath tenacious Todd Owen. He's on the verge of moving into 4th. Mike Christopher, too much hate for Ronnie Williams. He advances into 2nd. Now, this is the way they ended on Sunday, with Keith Rocco holding off Mike Christopher at the end. This time, we'll see if Mike Christopher can get close enough to make a bottom shot move.
Glenn Reen was all over the racetrack. Nope, they're still going, and I think we're still under green. Believe it or not. Amazingly enough, back to the stripe they come. 30 laps now up on the board.
And Eric Burnt getting underneath Chase Dowling as Burnt moves up into 7th place.
And that isn't the only story there, because the 33 is also coming to life. Back to the front of the class. Todd Owen now trying to shake off Rowan Pennick. Just can't do it, doesn't have enough. Back up front, Michael Christopher, still not done yet. We've got a car down in the grass, and that's going to bring out the yellow. And Glenn Reen, the bad boy of the night, could not get it down on pit road and stopped in the grass. So he's had a tough night after a penalty earlier, then having to start last. And then something broke in the front end of the car, and he was right, left, as the old saying goes. And they are flat out racing for second. Williams on the bottom. Now, all of a sudden, Galco's come. Oh,
Car
now
goes
trouble.
around Cipriano.
We've got him scattered all over the place.
Boy, it looks like everybody got away cheaply.
Except
Wood
for
is still
one
there.
car. And we're not sure that. Oh, it is the 25 car and the 24 car of Wood.
Well, the incident was almost over, and then the 24 went barreling in to Tyler Hines, who was having a good run tonight. 9 laps. There is enough race left for anything can happen. And a couple of guys who we haven't really talked about that much, namely Rowan Pennick and Eric Berndt, they have moved into contending status. They have an opportunity to win this with 9 to go.
And don't count out Todd Owen, because Todd Owen just never gives up. He keeps digging, digging, and digging.
Well, the man who digs the most on the restart is Keith Rocco. Here comes Ronnie Williams, as predicted, trying to carve his way underneath Mike Christopher Jr., and Christopher is holding him off.
Holding him off is really not going to be an easy task, because all of a sudden, Williams has a little more giddy up. And just as that is happening, Todd Owen gets a second wind. And now they are side by side in a battle for second. And here comes Williams back to the front of the class.
And Mike Christopher wants to get to the inside lane, but Todd Owen is there. So there is no place for Mike Christopher to go except to stay on the outside. Battle for 5th. Pennick holding off Berndt. Jarvis is there, and so is Galco.
Galco continues to work over Jarvis, and Eric Berndt is directly in front of him. Meanwhile, Todd Owen trying to settle in. Rocco's last time by, 19.308. Williams, 19.208. Ronnie Williams is hooked up, and there's 5 circuits remaining.
And how long will it take Ronnie Williams to get to within striking distance of the 88? Will he get there? Here comes Mike Christopher underneath Todd Owen, and he is able to catapult his way into 3rd.
Oh, off the turn. Pennick that time was sideways. He gathered it back, and Eric Berndt continued to work him over.
2 drivers sharing the same air supply. Keith Rocco, Ronnie Williams. Mike Christopher Jr. in 3rd. And Pennick almost started to lean on Todd Owen, but Owen was able to shrug him off. It is still a pretty good safety valve existing between Keith Rocco and Ronnie Williams. Williams is not close enough right now to make a serious move, and he only has 2 laps in which to make a dazzling move.
Williams reeling him in, though. This is not over with yet. No matter where you look up front, you've got incredible close competition. Meanwhile, back to the stripe. White flag is out. Williams is all over it. Ronnie Williams. Now Williams sees a little daylight down low. Rocco, his favorite turn on this racetrack is turn 3. Williams, inch by inch, he's there. But Keith Rocco's going to take down the win. Williams will finish in 2nd. Michael Christopher for 3rd. Todd Owen for 4th. 5th position goes to Rowan Pennick. Eric Berndt is 6th. Michael Jarvis is 7th. 8th is Matt Galco. 9th is Chase Dowling. And David Burnham, a good run, will finish among the top 10.
11th is Tommy Bowles. Joey Cipriano is 12th. And finishing 13th and winning a $150 bonus from Kevin Harvick Inc. is Steven Kopchik. So Kopchik finishing 13th, he will win the bonus. And already the leader of lap number 13 was the 82 of Mike Christopher. He also wins a bonus. 14th, Josh Wood. 15th, Troy Tallman. 16th, Tony Marino Jr. Matt Basser, 17th. Doug Meservey, 18th. Daniel Wesson, 19th. Tyler Hines was 20th after a great run. David Arute, 21st. Glenn Reen, 22nd. 23rd, Corey DiMatteo. and John Catania finishing 24th. The winning streak is grown to 4, 2 to end 2017, and 2 more to start 2018. Go to Napa Victory Lane with Kyle Rickey Jr.
4 in a row for Kid Rock, Keith Rocco, and this one didn't come easy. A great way to start the year, winning the 2 opening events. Congratulations, another win for you guys. I think number 47.
Yeah, this is awesome. You know, I can't thank the Bear enough. You know, he came on board and he made all the difference in my team. He's taught me a lot in the last 6 months. And I got to thank John and Maynard Fano, Wheelers Auto, Pettit for the awesome horsepower under the hood. This thing was stout tonight. Troyer Race Cars, Northeast Race Cars, Dunleavy Truck, a trailer repair, Stein Pro, Arbitel Convenience Stores, Island Coffee, and my whole team. They're awesome.
How aware were you of Ronnie there in the closing laps?
I knew he was pretty good, but you know, one thing this car had was drive off the corner, and it's going to be hard to get a run on us down the backstretch.
2 for 2 this year, 4 in a row if you include the final 2 victories of 2017. Keith Rocco gets it done here tonight in the SK Modifieds. See, we got Ronnie Williams here for the 2nd week in a row is the bridesmaid. But consistency, again, is good. A couple of top 2 finishes for you guys and a late race charge there on Keith.
Yeah, I think if we had one more lap, it would have been a different story. But congrats to those guys. We're close. Looking forward to next Friday. I think we definitely have one of the cars to beat this year. Can't thank Adam and those guys enough. We're close. We'll get there soon.
Who else do you have to thank? A lot of folks surrounding this car right now.
Yeah, I mean, their entire crew. I mean, it's a list of guys, but All Town, Recycling, Flamingo Motorsports, Empower Financial, Les Auto Buddy, Pettit, and everyone else who's helped out. These guys work hard, and we'll be in Victory Lane soon celebrating.
Could be next Friday night here at the Stafford Motor Speedway for Ronnie Williams Jr. Also running full-time on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour this year, just outside of the top 10 in the championship standings on that tour. Michael Christopher Jr. joins us here, 3rd place run for you guys. Kind of walk us through your 40 laps.
I mean, we started up front, and the cream rose to the top. These 3 cars are fast, and it seems like whoever gets on the outside at the end of on a restart just shuffles back, and then it's a fight back to 3rd, and then a fight back to 2nd, and we're all chasing that 88 car, but we're getting there, inch by inch.
You were leading at lap 13, so you get that KHI bonus money. Who do you have to thank to get you here back to the racetrack again this week and back to this 3rd place finish?
I got to thank my dad, Michael Sullivan, my whole crew, my Auntie Quinn, Uncle Ted. Feels good to be in this car. Finally got a fast car. Naproco, Sean Waddell, Pettit for the power. There's a lot of people behind us, so we're getting there.
There you go. They're getting there. They'll have another shot at it next Friday night, but it is all Keith Rocco again here in 2018, picking up the win here tonight, our opening Friday night here at the Stafford Motor Speedway.